Hey everybody, I'm Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and welcome to our next Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 471. We almost can say starting to count down to YouTube number 500, but not yet. Okay, what do I have for you today? Well, Find It Trading is in the house. It is, oh my gosh, I have 6 new dies from Find It Trading that are gonna let you mix and match, and they're just wonderful. And Remco over at Find It, yes, he absolutely did me a solid, and the price we're gonna be able to bring them to you for is amazing. So I've got Find It Trading, I've got Sizzix, I have a free gift, Wahoo Kachoo. I do. I had to pay for it, so it wasn't totally free. I paid for it, but Sizzix made the price so affordable for me that I get to give it to you for free. And we are going to take that and we are going to change it. I'm going to remind you about how to change things, because you may forget and then you may throw things away and then you're like, why did I throw that away when I could have used it? See, if you give a mouse a cookie, that's just what it is. So updates before I get to Winner Chicken Dinner. All of the warehouse day 1 orders, so April 22nd, they have all been pulled. They are now awaiting quality control and shipping. They've all been pulled. Every order has been pulled from day 1, and now it's just waiting quality control and shipping. So you will know that your order has finished quality control when it says awaiting shipping, and then you will know it is on its way to you when the next email you get say it's shipped, and it has your tracking number so you can follow it all the way to your front doorstep. That means we have billed day 2. We will probably start day 2 next week, and day 2 is much smaller than day 1, and day 3, 4, and 5 are super small. So I am excited to say that we are over the hump, without question, over the hump, and working our way towards the end. Our next warehouse sale will not happen until all of the items have shipped from this one. I am hoping, I thought maybe late October, early November. It's probably going to be pushed back a couple weeks from that, just because it takes what it takes to get them to you. And I made the commitment that we wouldn't do another sale until this one was finished. So hang tight. As soon as I know the dates, I will let you know. And I know some of you are like, hey, I had my warehouse sale like 3 months ago. I know, that's how big day 1 is. When I say it makes up 80% of the orders, I mean it makes up 80% of the orders. Some of you are like, I've had my order for months and months. Well, then you got it in really fast and really early. So, yay. The rest of day 1, people are going, oh, yay, it's my turn. So day 2, all the invoices have been sent. If you have not paid your invoice, please know we are not giving an extended amount of time to pay for it. You've had since April to kind of save up. So your order will get canceled out. And of course, that will preclude you from being able to order from a warehouse sale in the future. Sorry. So let's put all of that away, shall we? And let's talk about winner. Oh, my nose itches. Oh, let's talk about Winner Chicken Dinner from last week, YouTube number 470, which was the wax seals from Spellbinders. You liked them. You really liked them. They took a concept that has been around for, not just a few years, but like hundreds of years, wax seals. And they so modernized it by including dies and putting them on cards, and not just sealing up your envelopes, but you still can just seal up your envelopes. It was an amazing global launch, and I know Spellbinders was so excited about your enthusiasm. So thank you. Thank you very much. Now these 2 ladies, I almost sounded like Elvis Presley there. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh my. Okay, so these 2 lucky people here, I've got Winner Chicken Dinner. These 2 lucky people posted a comment on the YouTube last week. They have to post it below. Live chat doesn't count. There's a place to post below. We approved the comment, which takes a few days, and our random software selected them. Are you ready to hear if you're a Winner Chicken Dinner? How about Suzanne Ponce. Hello, Suzanne Ponce. I know you. Congratulations, my friend. You're a winner chicken dinner. You've got $25 in your online account right now, ready to spend. What are you going to buy? Decisions. Okay, our second winner is, the first name's easy. Tina. The last name is not as easy. I'm gonna go with Spidal. Tina Spidal? S-P-I-D-A-H-L. Spidal? And I'm gonna go with Spidal because when two vowels go a walkin', the first one does the talkin'. So in her name, she's got S-P-I and then separated and then with a D and then an A. Now I could be wrong. It might not be Spidal, but I'm gonna go with when two vowels go a walkin', the first one does the talkin'. So I think that I is a hard I. Spidal. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. I'm just going back to my second grade. Or was it, my second grade, Miss Primus. Maybe she was first grade, Miss Primus at Cedar Creek Elementary School. Sticks, the things that stay, and then the random things that leave your brain. Some things that probably should have stayed, I let go, but then something like when two vowels go a walkin' and the first one does the talkin', for some reason that's stuck. So, Tina Spidal and Suzanne Ponce, congratulations. You are our winner chicken dinners here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. How are you going to claim your prize? Well, it's so easy. You don't have to do anything. It's already done. You're in your online accounts right now, so go shop. And of course, we have to do winner chicken dinner dance. We ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, ka-choo. For you. So congratulations to all of you, or to the both of you, and I hope you enjoy your winnings. Now today again, it's all about Find It Trading. I have 6 new dies from them. However, they're going to be interchangeable so that you can mix and match as much as you want and make new combinations. I've got a gift from Sizzix. Well, it's a gift from me that I bought from Sizzix, but I was able to get it at such a good price that I can't sell it to you in good conscience. I just can't. So we're gonna give it to you as part of the I Want It All bundle. If you get the I Want It All bundle, I'm gonna give it to you as well. And I think it retails for $8.99. And when a manufacturer makes something that affordable, yes, I suppose I could sell it and make a nice profit. But I could give it away and make people happier, and that makes my heart happy. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna tilt down. I'm gonna get some samples out for you so you can see. This is a class for every level of crafter, whether you be a newbie or the most experienced crafter. If you are a die cutter, this is gonna make your heart happy. If you've been thinking about becoming a die cutter or getting a die cutting machine, this may help you along. This may answer a few of your questions or sway you one way or the other, because a die cutting machine is an expense. It is. And if you are thinking about die cutting machines, there are several great brands on the market, from Sizzix and the Big Shot machine, their whole Big Shot family, including the Big Shot switch machine. And we still have some black ones, and we still have some sorbet ones. But Platinum from Spellbinders, Platinum 6 from Spellbinders, there are some really quality machines out there on the market. Stick with a larger name. Absolutely. You might pay a little bit more, but sometimes the adage is true, you get what you pay for. So, all right, I'm going to tilt on down. We're going to get started today. I'm going to start with the paper that you get for free, because we're going to play with that a little bit, and then I'll move into the dies. So if you are not a die cutter at all, you may still want to see what I do with the paper to remind you, or maybe this is the first time you're ever seeing it, that paper does not have to stay the way it came. Oh no, you can change it up really easy. That way you don't waste it and throw it away. Okay, I'm gonna tilt on down. Let's get some samples showing and we're gonna get going. Ready? It's good to see everybody. I hope this loads in time. It is Friday afternoon. I I am not just a second late. I am a whole lot late. Just a second is a hashtag that I use for my videos online, my minute videos online. Hashtag just a second. Oh no, I'm hashtag way late. But yesterday was a very challenging day here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Lots of conversations with manufacturers. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. All right, what do we think? Super cute, right? Layering. This is easy peasy. I wanted to show you an easy peasy one to start. But then, a little more difficult. Now you and I are going to work through the basics of these and do something a little something more with them. But I wanted to give you an idea of what could be done. And the samples are wonderful. But then, isn't that beautiful? 1, 2, 3. Pretty rock star, right? So the samples are going to give you all the inspiration, and I'm going to teach you how to use all the product. All right, so I think I'm going to start with the paper. I think that's the best place to start. And this is the paper from Sizzix that I got at a smoking hot price. So as opposed to putting it out for your sale, because really Christmas, you guys are working on Christmas cards already, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to include it as a free gift in the I Want It All bundle for the dies. This is an $8.99 retail value, but it is Christmas. It's double-sided. Cute paper pad. I don't know if this was at Hobby Lobby. It doesn't have a Michaels number on it. It was somewhere and now it has to go. And of course we'll take it at the right price. Hello. Now these are not pre-die cut out. You can't punch these out. You do have to fussy cut them. But, well, we're not going to keep it kind of Christmassy. I mean, we might use some of it as Christmas. What I was most interested about is the back sides, because the back sides are all solids, and you can use solids any time of year, right? You can use greens any time of year, grays any time of year, browns any time of year. So even if you are not in the Christmas card making mode right now, don't worry. We're going to make it something more than what it was. And this is where I'm going to start. So, oh, I like that sheet. See, that doesn't even scream Christmas to me. So I think I'm going to start with maybe the sheets that you would not use most often. How about this one? This one? This one. So, now it does have a green backing, but maybe you don't need the green, or you need a sheet and you don't want to use this. We're going to take this and we're going to take it into something else. And it's super easy to do. Whether you be a card maker, a die cutter, it really, whatever kind of crafter you are, you can always take the paper out of your pads that you don't particularly love. It's hard for me with a paper pad to love every single sheet. It really is. In fact, I don't know, maybe we'll even take one of these out. Not that I don't love snowflakes, I do, but I don't know that I'll use them, and I don't know that I'll use gray all that much right now. So I don't want to throw the paper away. It's good paper. I like the red. The brown's not bad. I don't know, we'll see. We'll play with these two to begin with. So I wanna change it. I don't want to throw it away because it's nice, heavy quality cardstock, and I don't want to have to go grab another paper pad when I want to do something. And I've got this right at my fingertips, easy peasy. So with a very simple item. This is double-sided tape, and I'm using a 2.5-inch roll. You can certainly use smaller if you're going to do a smaller item, or you can use a wider roll. This is Stacy tape. It is longer and stronger, and I think it's a about the same price. I think everybody has lowered their price on their tape to compete with ours. So I think it's pretty comparable with everybody else's tape. But you need to know double-sided tape is not all the same. If you are buying it from the dollar store, it is fine tape to do certain things, but not everything. When you're going to push the tape to do more than just hold two pieces of paper together, you really want to buy a quality product. So it's not that mine is the only one out there. Absolutely not. Scrapbook makes a great, well, Scrapbook imports a great tape. They don't actually manufacture the tape. The tape is manufactured by a company called Scrapbook. And you can see that the name Scrapbook goes across all the way across the liner. And that's the original tape that we started with. And it's quality, absolutely. I would recommend it if you are not buying Stacy tape. I would absolutely recommend that. Also, Elizabeth Crafts makes a quality tape. The three companies, Scrapbooking Made Simple, Scrapbook with their Scrapbook tape, or Elizabeth Crafts, I have confidence in that it's going to hold your product. It's not going to fall apart or dry out over the years, and everything's going to come off. And if you want to take it to the next level with different elements and adding different elements to the tape, you'll be able to do that. So, and there's 85 feet on here. So I've got this paper from that pad from Ellison, and you know, maybe I'm not crazy about it. Maybe it's July or maybe it's February and I've still got a few sheets left, and this happens to be one of them, and I don't know what to do with it. Well, you have the opportunity to change it up as long as you've got a nice double-sided tape. So if I take my tape, and maybe I'll do two colors. Maybe I'll do two colors. Maybe I'll do one color. I don't know. No, maybe I'll do one. So my tape is tearable, meaning you can tear it. You don't have to cut it. It's not like red line tape where you need to get scissors and cut. However, it is as strong as red line tape. And I'm just gonna cover that up. Bam. Cover it up. And I can cut off my excess. And now if I take the liner off, and I think that's one of the things people like most about my tape, not that my tape is so much better than Scrapbooks or the Scrapbook tape or Elizabeth Crafts, but I think my liner is a little bit thicker, making it a little easier to peel off, but it also makes a better mask because you're going to be able to die cut this and use this as a mask sometime in the future. Now you can see there's an adhesive. You can see the gloss, right? You see the tape. It is a clear, transparent tape. But the minute I take that off, it's sticky. I gotta do something with it like right now. I can't like set it aside for 3 weeks and hope that nothing gets put on top of it, because anything that gets put on top of this is going to adhere. It's going to stick. This is super sticky tape. The only thing that doesn't stick is the liner. So if you decide, oh, no, I don't want to do it right now, well, then you got to get that liner back on, and then you're good again. You're free to go make a cup of coffee. You're free to leave it on your table without worry. But the minute you pull that liner off, it's time to do something with it. Now I started with the 2.5. I think this is the 2.5, and I have it all the way up to 6 inches. We have it from as thin as 1/8 of an inch. Ooh, yeah, here we go. I have it as thin as 1/8 of an inch if you are scrapbooking or card making and you want to put your mats down. My most favorite size is somewhere between 3/8 and 1/2 inch, and I have 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/8 inch, and it goes 2 inches, so 2.5 inches, all the way up to 6 inches. But today I pulled out 2.5 inches to play with. And I think I'm going to do one more row. Now with this, because it is not as wide as I want it to be, I don't have a 5 inch in front of me. I'm just gonna kind of butt it up and slightly overlap the last tape that I put down. So I butted it up and just slightly overlapped it, and give a good press, make sure it's down. Cut off my excess. And excess on this side. and I'm good to go. So I always like to leave a little handle. That's always a nice thing to have. So if you wanted to cover the entire sheet with Stacy tape, you could, but I always like to leave a little handle. Let's peel it off. And where that joint line is, I'm just going to go down and make sure I've got a nice, good seal. And because the liner is the one thing that doesn't stick to the sticky, I know I'm good to go. So you can see the joint line in there, and I'm going to be okay with that. I'm going to save my liner just in case I want to use it at a later time for a stencil. And then I'm going to bring over my Sizzix products. So these are Sizzix flakes. Ooh, probably should have talked to you before I took all that sticky off. These are Sizzix flakes, and we've had these for a really long time, and they've been out for a really long time. And they're basic colors. There's just gold, silver, copper. They don't have the interesting blends that you're gonna find with a Creative Expressions. Creative Expressions makes beautiful blends, tons of blends. These are just gold, silver, and copper. The difference is these are priced so affordably. I think the blends from Creative Expressions run about $8.99. I wanna say these are like $3.99. I might even be able to do them for less than that. I gotta call, ta-da, it's Taylor. She doesn't know I'm using them right now. So you're not gonna get the peacock colors and all of that, but for flakes, for a value price and a great quality and a nice quantity, Sizzix does it the best for the three basic colors. They absolutely do. Now, when you're using these, you don't want to be next to a fan. No. You don't want to have the air conditioner on high, because these little guys, they just kind of float like air. I mean, so they give you a cute little cap to put on top as a little protector, but these literally, ooh, I barely even added, ooh. If I talk enough, if I talk loud enough or I laugh, they're gonna move too, because they're just very, very light. That means what's in this bottle is a lot. In fact, this is the original, oh my gosh, this is the original QC sample that I got. It didn't even have a proper lid on it yet. And that's how long I've had these. But do know that the lid will dent. To keep the price down, the lid will dent, and so don't worry about that. But that tells you how long I've owned these, and that I've used them, and that I still have them. I want to say this is like years now. So with the flakes, they're very, very easy to use. And you can absolutely mix them if you want to mix your gold and your silver or your gold and your copper. Sure, why not? It's all up to you. All I'm going to do is take some of the flakes and kind of put them down on my sticky. Maybe I'll do it with my tweezers. Put them down on my sticky. And I'm just going to, oh, see, there's a big clump. I'm going to kind of separate that a little bit. And I'm just going to put it right down on my sticky. And that adhesive is holding it in place. So it's a gold leafing type of product, thin as can be, but when we use it, it's going to mask and cover everything that's underneath it because it's opaque. Which means you could take the ugliest piece of paper you have in your collection. You loved it when you bought it, and 10 years later, you still have it because you won't get rid of it. But you don't know what to do with it. So just pretend that you bought it to change it. Give it a little lift. All right, so I think that's good. So then I'm going to take them, and let me show you. They're kind of all over the place, see? They're held down by the Stacy tape. And now I'm just going to kind of push them into place. Just push, push, push them into place. Just so they kind of cement a little bit. And you're like, yeah, but there's lots of holes in there. I know. That's when you take just a stipple brush, just an inexpensive stipple brush from, you know, Hobby Lobby or Walmart or your local dollar store, and you just start to swirl it. And the flakes are only gonna hold where they're sticky. And when there isn't sticky, the flakes are gonna move around until you find a place that has exposed adhesive. And then they're going to cement down. So I'm gonna move these all around to cover every inch of sticky that I've got. And I can just brush them and move them over as I'm brushing where I see that there's exposed sticky. And because I did kind of a square, I know that that top line up there needs to be done. And I can come over here. And all the little bits and pieces that are still floating about, I just move right over to where I need them to be. And they adhere down. This is not hard to do. And for the cost of the flakes and how much you get and how long they will last you, this gives you permission to take that paper that you were like, I loved you when I bought you, but I don't love you now. That, oh, what was I thinking moment. Here, I should have got a little fluff brush. But now I have made a beautiful gold paper, right? Beautiful. I could even take all my little flakes, and where I still feel some sticky, I could even pick them up right there. And then brush them in. This is like a zero waste product. And I can just take them, gather them together, and stick it in where I feel some sticky left, and then brush them in. But I've made a beautiful piece of gold paper. And that was easy peasy. And nobody has to know that there were poinsettias underneath that I never used from a Christmas pack 4 years ago that I just could not bring myself to get rid of. I still feel that there's a little sticky here. And I suppose I could put a little bit more right there and see if I can get it to brush down. But yeah, no problem. But I don't know where we're going to use this, so I'm not going to worry about whether I need to fill that little area in. But talk about an easy way to make something that was old new again. Now, what can you do with this? Well, you can die cut, which is what we're going to do. You can take StazOn and you can stamp on top of it because you've now made this a non-porous surface. The flakes are a foil. So you can't stamp on it with a dye-based ink because it will just kind of wipe off. But you could certainly stamp on it with a StazOn ink and it's going to be just fine. You could run this through an embossing folder. You have options, and you're using this beautiful heavyweight cardstock from Sizzix, but you didn't throw it away. Nor did you take a big piece of paper and make a big piece of paper of flakes. In fact, I could take and cut this down. What if I was doing something small? What if I just wanted to do a little something something, not something big? What if I had a die that I just wanted to have as a silver? You don't have to do a full sheet. That's the benefit of tape and the paper. You only need to use what you need to use. So what if I just had a cute little something that I wanted to die cut and I wanted to have silver flake? I only have to cut to the size that I need. I don't have to do a full sheet, not at all. Let's grab that silver and so now nobody's gonna know that it was snowflakes underneath. I kind of like the snowflakes, but I'm saying we're in February and you've got this, you don't know that you're going to use it again well, you'll probably forget you have it by next Christmas, because that's what I do. I buy things thinking that I'm going to use them next year, and then by the time next year comes, I completely forget I own them. I'm the worst at that. I'm like, oh, I have every plan to do this because it's February and it's on sale, so I'll buy it now and I'll use it then. But yeah, so then that's why this happens for me, because I'll have something that I just didn't use, but I want to make something foiled. I got a little gold in there. So I'll grab a piece of paper that I don't intend, add a little bit more, that I don't intend on using, and change it into something that it's not. Oh, big piece, too big. Oh yeah, big piece, huge piece. Let's just grab some of this out of there. Let's put that back because I don't need all of that. Big piece. All right, let's see if I got enough now. And let's push it down. Oh, too much. That's okay. And cover up all my sticky. And again, I can pick it up and you can see it kind of blowing here, blowing there. And now I've got a beautiful piece of silver. And lots of little silver floating around. Oh, Mr. SMS, it's going to be like tinsel time in here. Okay, so the flakes are one easy way of taking something old and making it new again without anybody knowing what's underneath. But it's not the only way. Sizzix also makes a really great product called Luster Wax. And this isn't a water-based product. The Creative Expressions product that we carry, the wax that we carry from them, is more water-based. This is a true wax-based product, and it smells yummy. It smells orangey. It's just yummy. So inside the jar is also, again, an amount that's going to last you a super long time. These are my original jars. Does it dry out? No, because it is a waxed-based product. How do you put it on something? Well, you'll see. I have my daubers, and these are the daubers that I use every time. You can tell they've been marked by color. And I want you to know that these are the original sponges that I've been using for over 2 years now. These are the same sponges. Because it's a wax-based product, the sponges don't go yucky. You can still use them, and I don't wash them out. The little dauber fits right in. I don't know how that happened. I don't think anybody thought about that, but it fits right in, and let's get that in there, and you're able to grab some and then color your paper. So this works similar. It's opaque in nature. Let's grab some other sheets that we don't particularly wahoo kachoo about. How about that one? How about Maybe we'll use the gray. How about that one? Not that I don't love this sheet, but I have to show you. Anything else that I think that's good. All right. So you can go right over and cover. Luster wax goes a long way. And it dries permanent. Luster wax also is intended for non-porous items, which means it's good for glass and plastic and wood and metal, and it's going to give you that same type of coverage, right? That's lovely, right? Let's do another color. Let's try the gold. And I just stick in, grab some, come out. And start to go. It dries really quickly. Super fast on the dry time. And you're ready to go. So that if you wanted to die cut out or stamp something perhaps, and you wanted that gold background or that silver background, but you didn't have any silver paper or any gold paper, or you didn't want to cut into a full sheet, you just wanted a little something something, this is a great way to do it. You could do a couple sheets of this and just leave them for whenever you want them. It doesn't have an expiration date. It's good all the time. You could make yourself some gold paper, some silver paper, some of your, gosh, are they calling this copper or are they calling it rose gold? They are calling it rose gold. No. This is more like penny gold. There's no rose in here. Sorry, Sizzix. You love me, I love you, but we gotta be truthful, right? This is not a rose gold. This is a penny copper. And there's nothing wrong with penny copper. So literally in no time at all, we changed the paper. Now my paper's not warped, it's not, my little corner came up because I bent it. But other than that, my paper is fine because it is not a water-based product. So there's no opportunity for the paper to warp because we're not adding any water at all. And it covered up. What was this sheet? It covered up. Oh, there it is. You started with this, but you ended with that. Right? Very cool. Really easy to do. But they have one more luster wax that acts a little bit differently than the other three. This one is called, are they calling it mystical? Luster wax. I see that. Lilac Rainbow. Now there are new colors of luster wax coming out, and we do hope to be one of the first to have them. I don't know when they're coming out, but we do hope to be one of the first to have them. What does Lilac Rainbow do? Well, unlike the gold and the silver and the rose gold, okay, sorry, I cracked myself up. Unlike these three, this is not as opaque. That means that the color that you put it on top of is going to stay that color, but you are going to see this amazing interference. What's an interference? When somebody talks about crafting and an interference color, that means when you look at it one way, it's maybe one color, and when you move it around, it's another color. Or it's transparent, but then when you move it, you see an iridescence come through. So let's grab my lilac rainbow. And I'm good with this name. This one fits. And let's get some on here. And let's put it down. Now you can see that it's not changing the, oh, wait. You can see that it's not changing the color of my gray paper. Wait for it, bam. Isn't that marvelous? Isn't that amazing? So if you are a person who is creating something for somebody who is not so, hello, I'm metallic, hello, hello. You are creating for somebody who's maybe a little more subtle in their taste. Maybe they shop at Talbert's. Gosh, is Talbert's even open? Or, maybe they're a little more conservative in their taste versus, wow, hello, hi, look at me. See, I'm the more, hello, hi, look at me. But Michael, Mr. SMS, he's more subtle, a little more conservative than I am. Oh, I got some copper in there from that, but that's okay. So you can go through and you can change any paper you have into something that's got a little extra with it. Now you can see it's not in your face, it's a subtle color. And I put it on gray, but can it go on anything? Sure, why not? Can it go over the top of something? Sure, why not? What do I want it to go over the top of? But that's gray again, Stacy. No, it's gotta be something besides gray. Stars, you can use stars any time of the year. They're not Christmas related. They're any time of year. That's an any time of year paper. Okay. And I like a really thin coat. So that your paper doesn't look like it's had anything done to it. Green, not green. Green, green. Oh, what a beautiful, wow, what a beautiful card. Oh, I love the card. Oh, wow, what is that? It changes your paper into a specialty paper without any work. Can you imagine what it looks like on black and making butterfly? I mean, there's just tons to be done. So we're taking something that's going to be a free gift with the I Want It All purchase, and we're taking it into something that it wasn't. We're expanding it so that if you're not in love with every sheet you get, regardless of whose paper pack it is, there's always one or two that you're like, I don't know about that, but easy peasy. And can you go over, did we do? Yeah, we did. We went over a patterned piece like this. So going over a solid is just as easy. All right. So we've played with some of the paper and we've changed it into things that it wasn't. Got a little bit of copper in there. And now we're going to pull out some of the dies. And again, it's dry. This isn't something that you have to give any kind of wait time to. This isn't a wet product at all. It's dry the minute you put it down. So fun to do. There's my silver. We might use that little silver piece a little bit later on. So now it's time to bring out the dies. The dies. And let me just wipe this up really quick. Everybody here is like, oh my gosh, she's still taping. I know, this is really late for me. Like, not late in the evening, but late yesterday was just a really hard day, and there was a lot going on, and I tried to get up here to get it done, and I just couldn't. And then I tried to get up this morning to get it done, and I just couldn't. So hopefully this loads in time. If not, I'll let everybody know that it's not 8 a.m. sunny California time, but I think we'll be okay, right? I think we'll be okay. All right, so just getting it off my craft mat a little bit so I can work. That's good. Okay, dies, are you ready? So we have 6 new die sets from Find It Trading. And these are layering scene type of dies, and they're about the size of well, they're actually bigger than a slim line. Wait till you hear the price. Now you have to know that they have to buy the metal. So they buy all of this metal. And bless their pea-picking hearts, they utilize it. These are great. So you've got one die here that's just gonna make a beautiful solid shape with a decorative edge. Every single set comes with a die like this. The only difference is the design is different on every single one of them. Here you've got kind of a lacy edge. I don't know if I can get it in there. A lacy edge on this one. But here you've got more of a brackety edge. And here you've got more of a pinking edge. But because all of the dies are the same size, you're going to be able to take and mix and match different elements from different sets if you have more than one set. Amazing. And so affordable. My mouth dropped when he told me the price. So I'm hoping that you all agree. I think I'm going to do this one to start, and I'm just gonna cut it just as it's supposed to be. I'm just gonna use paper, and I'm gonna cut it, and I'm gonna use it as it's supposed to be. So I think I'm gonna start with the background in white. And since I'm using my book here, and I know I saw something with white on the back. There. Oh, I already got one out. Look at that, Stacy. I was thinking ahead and I didn't even know it. So I'm just going to use the white paper. I've got it, right? Bam, done. I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. Now, these are not intricate dies at all. Not even a little bit. You should be able to use this without any problem on any die cutting machine. Is it going to go through a Sidekick? Nope. Too big. So no Sidekick here. I can put it up in a corner. That way I leave myself some extra white paper if I want to. I've got my plate from Sizzix, my base plate that comes with my Sizzix Big Shot machine. Let's put it right, shall we? This is my base plate. It's the thickest plate. Then I've got my solo shim that comes with your machine, and this tells you you're going to use this if you are using wafer style dies. I am using a wafer style die. You can see that it is wafer thin. Mine's had a little bit of a haircut because I didn't center it. I didn't square it up when I put it through, so I kind of took a little bit off the side. But you know what? A little bit off the back end. If I had a little off my side or a little off my back end, I'd be okay with that too. So I didn't throw it away. Keeper of the Secret Sauce, Kevin from Sizzix, said, just take some scissors and snip it off and it'll be fine. That's what I did. Then I'm going to need a cut plate, and you are going to get 2 of these clear plates with your machine. Keep one of them as a cut plate. That's the plate you always cut into, and keep another one as a do not cut plate. Now for me, I use a different colored pad altogether as a do not cut plate. All right, I've got it. Are you still with me? Have you left me? Don't leave me now. Don't leave me now. So, oh so clever Karina, and ta-da, it's Taylor and Jen Long. I'm gonna have to come up with something for you, Jen, but I can't do it on the cuff. So they were here and they said, Stacy, see, Sizzix made the glitter cutting pads exclusively for me. They're only found at, well, I've sold out. They were only found at Scrapbooking Made Simple. They said, would you like another exclusive set of cutting pads in an exclusive color or glitter? I said, I don't know. Tell me, is there a color cutting plate that would make your heart happy, or with glitter, without glitter, a clear plate with a colored glitter? That's what you have to post for your chance to be a winner chicken dinner. Should we do another exclusive set of cutting pads? And if so, what should they look like? What colors do you want? I don't know. I mean, plastic comes in about 1 billion colors. So do you want them glittered? Do you not want them glittered? Do you want them colored and glittered? Do you want them cute? You tell me what you want, or no, you've got enough cutting plates and they've got enough colors and you don't need them. That's what you have to post for your chance to be a winner chicken dinner. There. Ta-da, it's Taylor and oh so clever Karina and I don't know. Gosh, you're good, Jen. Ooh, gosh, you're good, Jen. Oh, I like it. Gosh, you're good, Jen. Jen is part of product development, and she'll bring things here and she'll show them to me. And oh, I think that works. Gosh, you're good, Jen. You've got a name. Gosh, you're good, Jen. Okay, so they were here. Do we like them? All right, you guys, we're gonna let the Jen and Karina and Taylor, we're going to let the people speak. All right, so I still need to die cut. Down I go. It just came to me. Gosh, you're good, Jen. Oh, I like it. I hope she likes it. You know, they never know what I'm gonna name them. I don't know what I'm gonna name them until it comes out, but everybody wants a name by SMS. Okay, so I've got my base. I've got my base. I've got my solo shim. I've got my cut plate, and you can see that it's cut into. And the more you cut into it, eventually it's gonna start looking more like this. And you'll eventually come to a point where it cracks. At that time, that's when you throw it away. I don't throw it away before it cracks. I've got my paper and my die, and the ridges are face down. If I can feel those ridges, face down. And then I'm gonna cut it out. I'm gonna send it on through. And this is such an easy die to cut that no precision base plate is needed. This is an open frame die. That means that I can stick my hand through it almost. There's nothing intricate about this die. I'm not even gonna do 2 passes. I'm gonna live wild and dangerous and see if it cut, because I know it will. Ta-da! There we go, yay, wahoo kachoo. So there's the first die out of my set. First die out of my set. Second die, let's just move it right along. This time I think I will find, I'm gonna put that there. I don't know if there's a blue in here. No, there's really no blue. And I think I want a blue. We don't want gray skies, do we? No, we don't want gray skies. Let me just grab a sheet of blue paper. And that's not, no, I want more blue. So this is a piece of Sizzix cardstock. Any of the cardstock I use today will be coming from 3 different collections of Sizzix. Let's see, it's their I think I'm using their botanicals. I think I'm using eclectic, and I have the primaries, or not the primaries. What are they calling this? They are calling this their textured cardstock sheets. Isn't there a name somewhere here? This is the starter pack that gives you the 80 sheets of all colors. But then I'm also using eclectic and botanical. So if I grab any of my cardstock, that's where it's coming from those sheets. All right, so got it? Good. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Down. You don't have to center it. You don't have to twist it, tilt it, rotate it. And send it on through. I didn't rotate. In fact, I didn't even have to bring it back, but since I was going to have to take it out this way anyway, I've got a couple cute little clouds that I can keep. Maybe use those later. I could keep the circle and use that for something later if I wanted to. And I've started to build. Now, my next one, let's see. My next one is trees. I know I've got some green in here. Oh, perfect. Green, trees. So again, I'm using the free gift because maybe I don't care about the poinsettias anymore. Tree. And I'm going to take it and trim it on down because I can use the rest of the paper later. Maybe I die cut words out of it to go on my card, and that way it all coordinates. Bring over my machine. Send it on through. Now I've got, let's just put these over here. Now I've got my trees. What did I do with the rest of mine? Where'd it go? Right here, 2 seconds ago. I didn't throw it away, did I? Okay, literally 2 seconds ago. How could I lose something in 2 seconds? Oh, right here. Hello, thank you. Okay. So I'm building, building, building. I could get rid of that and just have trees. Up to you, but let's do the last piece. And this is a bird branch, so I'm going to do it out of browns. Was there a brown in here? All right. Brown. Let's not lose it this time, shall we? Send it on through. I've got my clouds. I've got my trees. I've got my branches. And now the only thing that I'm missing is my little birdies. And the little birdie is right here. So with the little birdie, he's got a couple elements in here that you may not be accustomed to. If you're an experienced crafter, you know about them, but if you're not, you may not understand the benefit of having them. Around the edge of the bird is the die cutting line. That's what's going to cut your paper when you roll it through your machine. The machine has a roller that's going to apply pressure to the die that's going to push it into the paper and die cut out. But then you've got these holes here. And what can be done with those holes? Well, quite a few things actually. I suppose we could cut him in maybe a red. And die cut him out. So wash, rinse, repeat. And then because he has those holes where you're seeing the red come through them, I could take and just quickly use an ink, a wax, a paste, whatever it is you want to use. And I could come in got a little much in there, but that's okay. And then stencil him. So I went a little heavy on the wax. I probably could have used what was already on my foam pad, but I went back in for more. Got a little heavy on it. Pop him out. And now I've added a little detail to him. It gives you that opportunity. It also gives you the opportunity, let's put him here. And we'll wipe him down. It also gives you an opportunity to emboss. You're like, what do you mean emboss? Well, when a die has an opening that is part of the design, an open element that's part of the design, but it doesn't give you any cut lines. Ooh, I got a lot of silver going on, or a lot of paste going on him. I went crazy heavy. But we'll just cut him anyway. So I'm gonna cut him again. And I think this is a technique that, or a sandwich that most people get confused on because it requires 2 additional elements from Ellison, from Sizzix, that do not come with your machine. It requires a squishy and a knock-knock, or also known as a silicone pad and a knock-knock, an impression pad. So we call this a squishy because it squishes, and originally it was black. And it was the only way I could explain to you the difference, because this also was in black and a crease pad was in black, and yet they're all about the same size and they looked almost identical on camera. So this got renamed into a squishy because it squishes, although its real name is a silicone pad. And this is an impression pad, but it got named a knock-knock pad because, well, you can knock-knock on it. So I'm gonna die cut out my little birdie. And this is just a wash, rinse, and repeat. So no big deal. This is what we did before. I can get rid of the extra paper. I don't need it now. And I'm going to take off my solo shim, because right here in the instructions, it tells you how to use a silicone pad and an impression sheet to emboss. And what am I going to emboss? I'm going to push that paper up through those little holes where you can see it, giving the birdie a little bit of dimension. So instead of using a clear plate, I've been using a clear cut plate. I've been putting this down, right? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use a knock-knock pad. And that's going to act as my base. Then I'm going to put my little birdie down. I'm going to put my squishy down. And then a clear plate, a cut plate, a do not cut plate, whatever makes your heart happy. And I'm going to send it through. Now you're going to know you're doing it right if that squishy pad starts getting longer and longer and longer. What that means is that the roller is pressing down on that squishy pad, compressing it, forcing it to be longer. And as it's compressing it down, it's pushing that paper to make that design. So as I send it through, can you see it get longer? You know you're doing it right if the squishy comes out the back end. You want your squishy to come out the back end. You don't have to go backwards and forwards. It's just a one roll thing. Let's move these over. He's got a little gold on him from last time, but that's okay. Now, let me see if I can get some paper behind it. Can you see that it's got the design embossed into him? But if you want that design to come up even better, all you have to do is take a little bit of sandpaper or a sanding tool from Couture Creations, and you just give them a little bit of a sand. And because we are using paper that is double-sided, it means that it is a white core paper. Double-sided paper starts as white, and then they print the design on. They print the color on. So inside, it is white. If I had taken my blue paper and cut my little birdie out of my blue paper, my cardstock is dyed paper, so it's colored all the way through. Two-sided paper, double-sided paper, is usually white in the center, and if you're not sure, you just tear a little piece. But all the paper that you buy, your Doodlebug and your Graphic 45 and your 49th and Market and whomever else you buy, if it's double-sided, they started with white. And a little bit of sanding And because we pushed that element up, all of a sudden you can see it. Any die that has an opening, that has no cut line around it, see, there's no ridges around that, can be used as an embossing die. So if I take these and I line them on up, and then I put my birdie here, and I've got a layering, a beautiful layering element ready to go for my card. All ready to go. Right? Easy, not hard at all. So I'm going to put him off to the side. I'm not going to put them together just in case we decide to mix and match a little bit. And when I say I'm going to put him off to my side, I think I'm going to put him right there. Remind me, I put him on top of the, I put him on top of the copper flakes. Okay, let's take another one and let's go much faster now that you see how to use them. I think I'm going to do one of the oceanic ones with the dolphins. And so I think I'm going to take here and I'm going to use white again. I don't need my squishy and my knock-knock because I'm not trying to emboss. I do need my solo shim back, which is that super thin shim here. I need that back. I need my cut plate back. And I'm just going to send this on through and get that cut. Done. Now this has got a different edge than this one here. Two different edges. I could just swap this right out. If I have more than one set, I have the opportunity to mix and match. Not just some of the elements, but quite a few of the elements. So now I've got that as a background. Up to me what I want to do. Now let's do the water. Next one. And let's do that in the blue. And while I'm here, maybe I'll do the dolphin. And maybe I'll do that in a gray. Will he fit? Nope, he won't fit. Need a new piece of gray. So now I'm cutting two at the same time. So now I'm running two of them. If you've got a switch machine or a plus machine, you're going to be able to run all of them through at the same time because you've got a wider machine. But there's no reason why I can't run two of them through the same at the same time. They are not intricate dies, easy to do. Done and done. So there's one piece. And here's my next. Help if I took tape off. That's okay. So now I've got my water. Here on top, and I've got my dolphin here on top, and then the very last piece I have a turtle, and I have my little seaweed. So what if I wanted my seaweed in a green? So last one in my green. You see how easy they are to put together. This isn't difficult at all. You can cut 2 at a time, so with 2 rolls, you've got your whole thing done. Send it through. Good, and back. No, my little seaweed didn't cut. Oh, yeah, that one cut all the way through. Oh. Come on, fidget it out. Come on. Nope, I just took that whole piece out. All right, well, so I took a piece, I cut it, and I didn't get all of that piece out, and I tore it. So I'm going to cut it again one more time. Hopefully I have the same color paper. And this time I think I will. Maybe I'll even use the top. Send it on through again. Let's see if I can get it the second time. Roll, 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 roll. And just to be certain, I'm gonna do a rotate. Just to be certain that I get it out. Roll, 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 roll. Let's see if it's any better. Right there. It's right there. Fidget, fidget, fidget. No, I'm still not getting it. I'm not getting that little piece right there. So let's go again until I get it. This time I'm going to use a spot shim. You're like, a spot shim? What's a spot shim? We'll use different colored green. What's a spot shim? That is a way when you've got a die that is not quite cutting the way you want it to. Let's see. Cut my paper. Oh, I bet I just cut that too small. Cut my paper. Let's grab my die, bring it back. A spot shim is when something in your die cut isn't cutting all the way through in just one tiny little area. And the way to make that better, to see if we can get it to cut, is to add an additional piece of paper. Like underneath it. It can be as thin as a copy paper. Sometimes that's all it takes is copy paper, something as thin as copy paper, to just add a little bit more pressure when it goes through the roller. So let's see if that makes it any better. Every machine is different. My machine is not new. My machine has been used for ever and ever. And so the longer you use it, see, I can feel that it's tighter going through. The longer you use it, the looser it's going to become, and you might find that you're going to have to spot shim every now and then. It's not that there's something wrong with the die, and it's not that there's something wrong with the machine. It's just that you're a really good crafter. So let's see if I was able to get it through this time. And just like that's a bam, that's a good one. Yep. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. See, much easier. Wiggle, 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 and zoop. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There we go. Yay! My spot shim worked. Wahoo! Gosh, could I even keep this one? No, that's the bottom of the spot. Nope, that's not going to keep. So now I've got two. And it's good to go. I could take this one and I could rotate, I could just turn it facing this way. Nobody's going to see it. And then line this one up that way. And then I've got all of my seaweed going in different directions. But if I want to make it more than it is, this is where you start bringing in all of that stuff we did in the beginning. What if I wanted to make my little fishies in there silver so they come through better, so they're not just white? Well, I could take my silver and go in and add a little bit to my white paper. Just so that my fishies will be silver and they'll have some metallic looking to them. They're not just flat white. You could take your ink and go in with some ink and ink your paper underneath. Nobody's gonna see it. Doesn't have to be beautiful. Doesn't have to be beautiful. It just has to be there because nobody's gonna see it. And now I've got some silver to my fishies, right? But what if I wanted to add some iridescence as well? Then I could grab my lilac rainbow and throw a little bit of that lilac rainbow on top of my silver. That way I'm not using an expensive piece of silver paper, but now I've got a little bit of purple coming through. So that when you move, your fishies will now have some iridescence to them, right? And what if I wanted to take my dolphin and I wanted my dolphin to be more silver? Well, I have a couple options. I can either take my silver ooh, I could take my silver, and I could just die cut my dolphin. What if all I cared about was getting that dolphin out? That was the only thing that mattered to me. So I want to use as little of my silver, although it goes a really long way. So all I care about is cutting that dolphin. Let's pop them on out. Ooh. So all I care about is him. So I'm just going to snip him. I'm just going to snip. And grab some sticky dots. Sticky dots are an adhesive sheet that have hundreds and thousands of micro dots on one side. For intricate die cutting, this is it just makes your life so much easier. Put it down, transfer my dots. We were like the first to ever have sticky dots. And then I can paper piece it right over the top. In fact, I can even shadow him just a little bit. Ooh, now I've got my silver dolphin, but I didn't have to have a huge silver piece of paper. So there, and there, and there. And last but not least, I've got my seaweed. What do I want to do to the seaweed? Do I want to add some gold to it, some silver to it? Do I want to add some of the lilac to it to give it a little bit of something, something? So if I turn, I do that one and I do that one. They're going in two different directions. That'll do. If I do that one and that one. Ooh, I like that too. So I can add a little bit of my iridescence to it. just so that when I move them, they have a little bit of color. And I cut 2 of them because one of them tore, but I'm not going to throw it away. It's just going to add more depth and dimension to my finished project. And then I can put them all together. For a completed look. Just by using different elements. If I wanted to, I could change this to all gold. What if I didn't want it to have a white background? What if I wanted it to have a gold background? Grab my wax or grab my sheet, die cut out. Ooh, let's do that. Let's find the first one. First one is this one. So let's die cut that out and let's see what we get. Keep these together. Don't lose them, Stacy. Right there. So I'm going to cut that first piece out again, only I'm going to do it in the gold, and we're going to swap it out. Send it on through. Send it on back. Did I go all the way through the first time? Did you hear it go all the way? There it goes. Easy peasy, mac and cheesy. Now I might want to save that for something else. I could trim off the bottom and use that for something else. So let's bring this back over, and now let's do this. Let's do that in the gold. Oh, and then we have my dolphin in the silver. And then we have my seaweed, my coral. I can feel it not lining up. My finger's where it needs to go. There we go. And now it's done in the metallics. It's all about options. It's all about what can you do with it. I could take and put my birdie behind the gold if I wanted. It's all about how you want to mix and match. Totally up to you. Totally up to you. But then what if I took another element from another set? What if I took another element from another? What if I took the mountains? What if I took the mountains? And I don't know, maybe that's all I want from this one. And the mountains, what do I want to do the mountains in? So what am I going to mix the mountains with? I've got all of these elements going on. What do I want to mix the mountains with? So if if I do a white background and then the mountains, and then I can do, that tree's too big. I could do the white background, I could do the clouds, I could do the mountain, I could do the bird, what if I did the mountains in gold? How about, oh, just barely. Or maybe I do the mountains in copper. Let's give it a whirl. And remember, this paper was this weird plaid underneath it, but we're gonna make it something more than it was. We're gonna make it to what we need it to be for the project we're doing at the time without having to get into cutting into a full sheet of A4 paper. We're just gonna use our luster wax, or we're going to use our, ooh, like the mountain. So if I did I mean, look at that. Now I could add my tree, but it takes away from the mountain. And I want you to see my mountain. So what if we do a tree from the set? Let's try this one. This came from the set with the mountain. This has trees, and this one has a tree too. So let's try both of these. And let's grab some, I think I'm probably out of green. Let's grab some green paper. Let's do tree green. Do tree green on one, and I don't know, you think that's gonna be too bright? That's very bright. Oh, that's pretty. Maybe we do that green and we do this green. Okay, so 2 greens. Let's cut the trees. And I'm gonna cut both of them. Since I'm running it through, I might as well, right? So I've got the 2 trees that came with the set that has the mountain. Let's just cut both of them. What's the harm? I've got the room on my machine, on my cut plate. So we'll do one of the trees in one color and one of the trees in the other color. What can happen? We don't like it? I like the mountain though. The mountain came out beautiful in that copper. Rose gold. Okay. Oh, I could have cut them both at the same time. I was not paying attention to what I said. So let's just roll it through the second one and get it done. And then we can see how we like to layer everything. Roll, roll, roll. Now for those of you who are just new to die cutting, you can see how easy it is. This is not hard to do at all. Roll, roll, roll. Okay. Gosh, what do I want to start with? Do I want to start with the white? Start with the white. Then do the clouds. which was from the first set, then do the mountains, which was from the third set I used, then add some trees, then add a branch, then add a bird. I don't know how many layers we got going on there, but it's more than 4. I could add that tree on top. That looks so good. And then add the branch. And then add the bird. You have options. I could get rid of the white and put it behind gold. Too much for you? I could get rid of one of the trees. It's all about taking what you have and using it to the best of its ability. And Find It has made these dies so that you can interchange different elements of them. Absolutely you can. Gosh, do I have a big silver? I don't. What if I did this in silver, the whole thing, this is about as long as it takes to do it, just so you see, not teaching time but in doing time. Took that and then I put that on there. Gosh, I could even maybe do that and some clouds. That'll hide my silver fish. That. And then this. And then here. So simple to do. And then there's one more piece in here. Where did he go? Where did he go? There's one more piece. No, I have him. There's a cute little, here he is. Looky, cute little turtle. And what if I took the turtle and I cut the turtle out of gold? Okay, so let's cut the turtle out of gold. And let's just slide him on through. Slide him on back. And now the turtle has all of those elements that don't cut out. Do you see all of that? I could go in there maybe with some, I could go in there maybe with some alcohol ink markers. Do we want them to be green or brown? See if we can add some color to our turtle. They're little alcohol ink markers. See if that'll get any color. So because the flakes have now become something that is non-porous, my alcohol ink markers should go on there pretty good. Now I'm just doing it with my finger, kind of smushing it. Maybe some light green in there. So I don't know what he's going to look like. He kind of looks like a hot mess here. Kind of looks like a hot mess there. But let's pull him out and see what we get. Oh, he's cute. Now he's got some detail on him. He's cute. Now he looks like he's got his shell. We could cut him out one more time. Maybe out of, do I have a little bit of silver left? I have enough. Okay, so here he is in gold. And let's do him in silver too. Cute little guy. Oh, I think I'm very close to that edge. Move it down just a hair. There we go. There we go. And let's send them on through. And this time I'm going to leave him in there, because I can take my squishy and my knock knock. And remember, you're going to remove your solo shim. You're only going to have your base platform. You're going to add your knock knock. You're going to put your cute little turtle right on down. You're going to cover him up with a squishy. And then either a do not cut plate or a cut plate. And you're going to send them on through. And what you're looking for is that squishy to come out the back end. It's going to grow and grow and grow and grow as it's being compressed down. And that's pushing that paper into that little turtle to give him even more dimension. Where'd you go? So you can see how he's been pushed up. That paper's been pushed up into. Let's take him on out. Oh my gosh, he's so, look at Look at all the dimension you can now see on him. Can I get it? Look at him. So cute. So then I bring my papers back over, and I did the gray really fast, and I've got my water going on. And then I've got my dolphin, and my dolphin I did with the flakes to have a very shiny, the sun is hitting against him and the shine is coming off. And then I've got my seaweed and coral. And then I've got my little turtle too. Or I can have my little gold turtle. Or I can get rid of my dolphin altogether. And have my 2 layers get rid of my dolphin altogether, have my 2 layers of coral and kelp and seaweed, and have my little turtle swimming. It's all up to you. There's so much to be done. So much to be done. I could have my mountain on my gold. With my tree. And my bird. I could have my mountain on my silver with my tree and my bird. I could have my mountain on my white. I mean, you just go and go and go. And it's by taking simple tools and a paper pack that's free and changing it into something that it wasn't. You may never use these papers for anything else but changing them into metallics. Crazy easy to do. And it changes the whole opportunity for the paper. It means you have 0 waste. And when you have, gosh, you could use these just on their own. You don't have to use them with the rest of the dies. Maybe you need to make mats. If you wanted a frame out of this, I almost hate to do that, but oh, I've got this one. I'll do it out of this one. If you want a frame, like a frame. Yes, right now I've got a solid piece. Solid. Let's find that one and make a frame. Or let's use the pinking one and make a frame. Okay, I'm going to send it on through. Don't need my squishy and I don't need my knock knock. I do need my solo shim. I do need a cut plate. My paper, my die, and my do not cut plate. Okay, I've cut my solid. But what if I want a frame? How would I do that? Well, it doesn't really matter which die you choose. It doesn't matter which die you choose because they're all, the secondary dies are all slightly smaller. They're meant to nest into that main frame. So it really doesn't matter which one you choose. You just have to pick one. I guess we could have Purple Mountains Majesty. So I'll do the Purple Mountains. So I'm gonna line it on up, center it. This is the first time I'm cutting into a die that's already been cut. Now I'm creating a frame. So it's cut my Purple Mountains Majesty beautifully, but it also cut just a frame. You're like, well, why would you want just a frame? Well, if let's say you were going to do, that's pretty. Let's say I grab a sheet of paper. Well, just for contrast, let's do it in gold. I don't think I have any more foil paper left. So let's do it in gold. So I've got my wax down. So now my gray paper is gold, and just because I think I will do it, but in the flakes too. So let's grab another sheet of paper. Oh, that's the one I put the pretty iridescence on, but that's okay. Let's grab another sheet of paper. And let's grab some flakes. Hello, flakes. Got my tape. One. Make sure it's down good. And pull it up. And two. And down. Cut off my extra. So now we're all the way back to the beginning again. Remember, all the way back to the beginning again. Down. What color flakes should we use? Should we do it in silver? Or a big contrast in the copper? Put them all the way over. They're going to stick to that tape. Kind of smudge them everywhere. big piece, big piece. See, look at how big that is. All right, I'm going to start with that. Grab my stempel brush. Kind of press them in place. Remember, this is how we started. And then slowly start to kind of move them here, move them there. Anywhere they're sticky, they're gonna stick. And all the little extra bits and pieces that are moving around will adhere where they're sticky. And before you know it, you've taken a piece of paper that you might not have wanted to use and created something new out of it. So let's die cut that pinking. That's going to be good enough for me. I'm going to cut it down to size. So now I've got a piece of copper, rose gold. Okay. Got some of that off. Okay. Now I can die cut. And remember, I cut this as a frame by putting the die together with any of the centers. Doesn't make a difference what center you use. It'll cut your center out and leave you a frame. It's just another way to get the most out of your dies. You could put a picture behind this. You could cut somebody's picture. If you're scrapbooking, cut your picture out of this, make your frame, put the frame right over that element, right over that picture, and it's perfect for your scrapbooks. It's all about getting the most you can out of the product you've got. All right, so let's cut that die. And now you can put the frame right on top of it. It is the only way to get a different color background from the outside. So if I wanted my Purple Mountains Majesty to have that copper background, but I still wanted it to be all purple, it's the only way to make that happen so that everything lines up. Your little points on all of your little pinkings are going to line up. If I wanted it not to be my Purple Mountains Majesty, but I wanted it to be my tree, with that copper background against it, but I wanted the frame to be a different color. And then I can add my branch. And then I can add my bird. It's the only way to get that to be a different color is to create a frame and then layer it straight on top. I might not want to use any of that at all. I might want to put somebody's picture right in there. I might want to stamp a sentiment right in there. I have no idea. But if you can do this, you want to know you can do that as well. Easy to do. All right, you guys. Oh, that was a lot. We did a lot of die cutting today. I know we did a lot of die cutting, but I think when you see how you can take something so easy as a yucky piece of paper and use a tool. First off, the luster waxes, they're gonna last you a really long time. They're a wax-based product, not a water-based product, so they don't dry out. And these really are the same sponges I've been using every time you see me use them. I don't take the sponges off. I don't. They don't get yucky and hard and crusty because it's a wax-based product. And it changed paper instantaneously from one thing to another. Just like the flakes. I bet most of you own flakes from somebody. See, I would save that maybe and do something with that maybe. I don't know. You have options. I mean, you do. So you may have flakes from somebody. Sizzix only carries the 3 colors, but they're at such a price, it's hard to say no to them because they're like the luster wax. There's so much in them. They don't look very big, but if you were to take all of this out and put it into a Tupperware and it was to aerate, it would quadruple in size because it's so compressed, and a little goes a long way. So you've got this opportunity. Well, let's do this on a color that you'll be able to see. To play with the colors and make your own embellishments. And there, look at how cute is he. He is great. I could do here and there. And with him swimming. And with our coral. And then if I didn't want the copper going around the outside, I could put our frame on and hide all of that copper so that all it is through the back. It's about taking advantage of what the manufacturer has given you, whether that was their intended use or not. I love it. This is great. I love this one. I like it with see, it's cute with the coral or with the copper. I like it better actually with the kind of a gray purpley to finish it off, because then it really makes that silver and that copper rose gold pop. So you decide what works for you, but to sit and play with them, to learn how to get the layers, how you can take advantage of what the manufacturer has given you. And then when they give it to you for such a great price, you just can't go wrong. So between the waxes, which really are, I mean, it's almost like a one-time buy, because you really, unless you're using them on wood and glass and plastic and metals and mixed media, these are going to last you quite some time, and they're wax-based so they don't dry out. Then the 3 colors of the flakes, easy to use. You don't have to use glue. Get a double-sided tape. And then your pretty dies. Yep. So we did a lot. I've got so much here. Holy smokes, artichokes. We did a lot. I'm just gonna push it right out of the way. Now, I'm gonna have to get a Mr. Clean, because that is a wax-based product. And so, like I said, it's meant for non-porous things as well. So it may take me a moment to get it off my craft mat. It will come off my craft mat. It's easier if you let it dry, because then you can just kind of scrape it off, easy peasy. But let me show you what's on sale. So I have six sets from Remco, from Find It Trading. No two set is the same. Every one of them comes with different elements and a different main background die, so that you are able to mix and match as much as you want. We've got them on an I Want It All Holy Smokes Artichokes price. I think they retail for $19.99, and we're taking 30% off the I Want It All price, which would then bring them down to $13.99 and each for each set. So not $19.99, $13.99. That's a lot of dye for $13.99. And then we're throwing in the $8.99 pad of paper, so you are ready to go, go, go the minute you get them for the I Want It All. And if you just love one or two, that's okay. They're also going to be on for sale. We'll have them on a sale price. They just won't be as deeply discounted. And the free gift, well, it won't come with it. And I only have enough free gifts for people who do the I Want It All purchase. So we only got a few. We didn't get oodles of these. They made them a great price, but they didn't give me oodles. I'm going to go ahead and put the Squishy and the Knock Knock on sale. I know most of you have it, but for people who have never seen die cutting before, it does not come with your Sizzix machine. They're not expensive. They're something you buy once and you don't buy again. It is a tool. So we'll put these, I want to say maybe they're $8.99 each. We'll put these on sale, and that way if you need them, you can get them. Absolutely. We'll of course put the flakes on sale. We'll put the waxes on sale. And the cardstock packs that I was playing with today. I was playing with the original main pack, 80 sheets, cardstock sheets, 20 colors, textured. I still don't see a name. Okay, so this is like the main set. This is the beginning set, the opening set, the one that gives you the most colors and the best price. It's 80 sheets, 20 colors. Yeah, 4 sheets each. So this is their everyday pack. Okay, I can do that everyday pack. But then I was also playing with the eclectic colors, which happen to be some of my favorites. I picked the two that I like. My favorites are the eclectic and the botanicals. So if you need cardstock, those will be on sale. All right, sample time. Oh my gosh, I have made such a mess. Oh my gosh, look at how cute is this? Isn't that darling? You can do this with everything I just did. So cute. And I showed you this one in the beginning. And then the girls were in love with the little doggies and the little kitties. Now you don't have to use the doggie at all. Oh no. In fact, does the doggie come with the, no, the doggie doesn't even come with the mountain. The doggie was from a different set. Mix and match. So pretty. Look at how cute is this. It's all about mixing and matching. You can use them just as they show you, or if you have more than one, you can take elements from each. So yeah, the doggie, look at me. Which one is the doggie on? there's that one, there's that one. The mountains is kind of camping. The sun is okay, so here's the doggy and the kitty. Oh, and he stands up on the bones. Look at that. So the doggy does come with the little park bench and the clouds. So you could take the park bench, the clouds, you could take it with the trees from one of the other ones. You could take the birdie, and the birdie could be flying above the park bench. You have options. And then the kitty. I love this one on the kitty. This is the best background. It puts little dots in. Love that on the kitty. So here we have the little doggy. And let's show you these. So this one I showed you in the beginning. So how did they do this? They used one of these to cut the holes in the paper. They just used one of these to cut the holes in the paper, and then they sandwiched everything in. See, and the very back one is on the back. That's how they were able to get the back. And see, they cut frames. Frames, do you see? These are frames to cover up the cut. And it's on the back. The frames, this is a really good example of why you want to be able to do the frames. And here we have a shadow. So everything kind of pops and is three-dimensional. Right? Pretty rock star, right? I agree. And then look at how cute is this. You can make them as simple as you want, or you can take them as far as you want. As simple as you want, or as far as you want. Here we have the little kitty. And he's got the chair. And again here with the mountains and camping. So all the little elements are in the sets but separate so that you can choose to use them or you can mix and match. Look at this kitty and the chair and the whole little curio, the little armoire. Oh my, and the little ball of yarn. That's so cute. And then another little doggy. And he's gonna sit up on his little, I don't know, what little guy wouldn't love to get that as a birthday present, as a birthday card, right? And it's just layering. It's just layering the dies as they gave them to you. And one more. And then last but not least, one that they just used the elements, found this paper and just used the elements that came with the set to make a cute little simple card. All right, you guys. Wow, it was a lot, but I hope you see that by looking at something in a different way, just because it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you right now, doesn't mean that you have to throw it away. No, take one of these tools. Paper, paper pads are usually where I gravitate to. I don't know why. I'm not good at maybe picking single sheets out. Paper is a challenge for me. It is a challenge for me. So I tend to gravitate to paper packs, but there inevitably is one or two in there that I'm like, and sometimes that's a no factor for me. If I'm looking at it going, no, I wouldn't use that one, I won't buy it. Not for the store either. The girls are like, but we like it. But knowing that I'm able to take those odds and ends sheets, those little bits of leftovers that you've been holding on to forever, and cover them up and change them into something new. You could just grab your odds and ends and one day in front of the TV, just take your wax and your flakes and just color them all and separate them into baggies and by color. And then when you need a little scrap of gold or a little scrap of silver, you've got it, and you die cut or you stamp on top of it and it's good to go. And you feel better about your purchase because you didn't throw any of it away. I don't know. I'm a frugal type of girl. So it matters to me. So, all right, you guys. Well, where are you going to find all of this great product? Well, you're going to find it at Scrapbooking Made Simple, along with your other independent retailers. The Sizzix product, you may be able to walk into your mom and pop shop and find it there. The Sizzix Flakes and the Sizzix Luster Wax has been out for quite some time, and if you can get it from them, shop with them. We love you for your support, and we love you for being with me for the YouTubes. And my job is to teach you. That's my job, is to teach you, not to sell you. There's a difference. If I teach you how to use these products and you buy them from your local independent mom and pop shop, then you're going to help keep them in business. If you don't have a local independent shop, then come online and absolutely shop with the stores that you're most comfortable with your favorite stores, acknowledging that might not be me. That's okay too. There's enough out there for everybody, and if we all keep crafting, then we all keep getting new wonderful products from the manufacturers. So my job is to teach. Your job is to create and explore and try something new and step out of your box and then share that with a friend. Get them into crafting. Show them how to make a simple card. Their eyes get so big when they've done something what we might think is easy peasy. They think they have just revolutionized the whole crafting industry. And that's amazing. Make them feel like they did. Celebrate whatever it is that they accomplish as you're showing them what I'm showing you. So it is me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I hope to see you next week, and thank you so much for being part of our family. We appreciate it. Bye, everyone.